Hey guys, Luna here, and Happy New Year's. I've hoped this past year has been full of entertainment, and this upcoming year is going to be filled with just as more excitement. We're back here with Friendsim, and we're going to continue where we could try and we could go after our friends. We could, I don't know. No, I don't want to overwrite the save. We could try and see of not leave. Well, actually, no, I do kind of want to see of. No, I'm not leaving.
What the fuck do you mean? What the hell is wrong with you?
You've come all this way, and you're not gonna just leave your friends right now. The power of understanding and friendship of you gone this far. The power of understanding and friendship will see you through. After all, what's this commander but a new friend you haven't met yet?
Don't you fucking understand? This isn't some goddamn joke. These people are serious. The people you knew before on Alternia, they were play acting for the real thing.
The barricades are a flurry of activity around you. Bronze and Olive Bloods are rushing to stow their equipment, straighten bedding. Konya has given up trying to talk you. Skylar shakes
You
her head.
have no idea what you're getting yourself into, do you?
From the front seat of the barracks seat, there's a loud bang as the door snaps open, and you see two figures standing there. The doorway. The first one is someone you recognize. Ataria, your first friend on Ataria. This will be fine. She recognizes you. She doesn't show it.
Officer on deck.
All around you, the trolls snap to attention. Next to you, Skylar stands up and looks down at you one last time before and speaks. Her voice
You
circles.
need to get out back, now!
Behind Ataria, another troll enters the barracks, and you don't recognize this one. He's tall, and there's something deeply unsettling about the way he carries himself, about the way that he smiles.
Well now, what do we have here?
Oh no, there's something wrong here. Something that doesn't feel right at all. You want to run, but you found that your legs are being extremely uncooperative right
Don't
now.
be afraid. Tell me who you are.
No, this isn't right. This isn't foreshadowing. It's our fishy boy! Fishy boy! The council will see you now. Give up. There's the, wanted to get the out of the hands of the mysterious, it's so cuts, mysterious purple blood. Yeah, I am pretty sure that is our fishy friend from Homestuck. Anyways.
Yeah, folks around here are good at ignoring weird stuff. It's easier that way. So, I've got a few minutes before I need to take this gravity module controller over to my ship. You mind telling me what's going on with you?
Oh yeah, that sounds really great, but actually you were kind of hoping she could tell you about her right now. Marcia scrunches up her mouth and shakes her head quickly.
You're just kind of always like this, huh? Well, I'm where I'm supposed to be right now.
She looks around the barracks and smiles slightly. There's something sad in it. You mentioned that you've noticed that it's all the rust bloods here.
Oh yeah, you're very perceptive.
Thank you. Wait, she was being sarcastic, wasn't she?
Yeah, it's all rust bloods, because we all get pulled for special training after our basic rotation.
She shrugs and doesn't elaborate, as if you're just supposed to know what any of that means. Remind Marcia that you're an alien who knows basically nothing about Ontario culture, much less the nuances of Altarian military structure.
It'd be easier to just show you, actually. Come on, let's go.
Down on the wood, Marty stands up and leads you out of the Rustblood barracks and back to the airfield. As you're walking, you notice something you didn't before. A large drone rolling up along treads. So what's the deal with the drones? She shakes your head.
Don't worry about it. Just don't get too close, okay? They might not understand that you're not a threat.
Wow, that's extremely ominous. Before you can properly explain to Marcy just how uncomfortable that particular piece of Ontario trivia makes you feel, she led you down a row of sleek-looking aircraft that's parked here.
Well, this one's mine.
Wait, what?
This is my ship. I feel like I was pretty direct about that. What part is still confusing?
Well, the part where she has a ship for one.
Okay, technically it's mine in that I'm responsible for it and I'm assigned to fly it. I can't just take it out for a spin.
Marcy walks over and puts a hand on the side of the ship, smiling to herself. How did any of this happen? You thought she was mostly about cleaning stuff up, not flying spaceships. Marcy shrugs.
Yeah, that would have been great, but they have drones for cleaning. What they don't have drones for is the precision required for suborbital attack runs. So, here I am, me and the other Rustbloods.
Her tone is almost bitter, resentful. Is this something she wants to talk about?
No, not really. It's not a long story anyway. Conscripted and taken away from anyone or anything I cared about. Sent into the attack pilot training program. Owe the Empire a lifetime of service now. Good news is that the life expectancy of a newly minted pilot specialist is only about 2 sweeps, so it won't be for much longer.
What? But that's horrible. Hasn't she ever considered running away?
Of course I have. And then what? Leave everyone behind in exchange for what? A guided missile up the exhaust plume and then...
She makes a poof motion with her hands.
At least here, I've got people I can trust.
Oh, she means the other pilots and crew like a family? Marcy squints at you, and you have to remind yourself that they don't really have the same concept of family in Ontario society.
I think I understand your meaning well enough.
She sighs and slaps the side of the ship.
Fuck it. Let's go back to the barracks. I don't see the technician around anywhere. I'll have to wait for him to install this part, and I don't feel like standing out here.
Doesn't she ever wish you could just get away from all of it, though? Get away from the Empire, away from Ontario, away from literally everything? Marty doesn't answer right away. Instead, she looks you up and down and narrows her eyes.
What are you saying, exactly? So I'm clear on this.
Thing is, you got some powers. You're getting really used to this whole pitch by now. Add powers, don't have powers, gonna get those sweet powers back any day now. So does she want to go home high?
Are you out of your mind? This is the closest I'm getting to being back hive these days.
Okay, but you can take her to a place where it's just better. You can take her somewhere that she doesn't have to worry about whatever horrible fate is in store for her if she keeps working for the army.
Excuse me, but what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you acting like you can make this decision for me?
Well, you see, you're not doing that. It just will.
Well, why should I trust you? You disappear for more than 2 sweeps and show up with nothing but wild claims of having some kind of magical powers. Can you see why I might be a little bit skeptical?
Yeah, you do kind of see your points. Marcy sighs and motions you to follow her. Back in the barracks, Marcy gestures to the soldiers milling around. All of them are dressed in the same rust-colored uniform that she is in.
The only reason any of this is worth it is because of these people. Maybe I can't fix things. Maybe this is a horrible position to be in, but at least I can try to keep them safe.
Oh shit, what you're saying sounds so familiar, and then you realize she's basically saying the same exact things that you do.
Then you understand why I can't go with you.
Yeah, you actually do understand. While you're in the process of having this intense personal revelation, one of the Rustbloods walks up to Marcy and says something in a low voice. Low enough that you can't really hear it. Marcy nods and turns back to you as the Rustbloods walks off.
I've got something to do really quick. If you want to come with, I guess that's fine.
Oh yeah, you're definitely coming with her. Hanging out and being generally helpful is just something you love to do.
Huh. I would have gone with being annoying, but I guess we can work with that.
It takes about 10 minutes for Marcy to lead you to another building. Some kind of control tower, you think? It looms above you, imposingly tall against the environment where everything else seems to be distinct and nondescript. If you had to, you'd guess that this fills basically the same role as an airport control tower back on Earth, controlling flight patterns and such. There are, however, a series of what definitely looks like missile positions nearby.
Oh yeah, they're missiles.
That fun new piece of terrifying Ontario trivia solidly in your brain, Walk up to the door and stop, turning back toward Marty. So what are we doing here?
Well, I need to relieve someone monitoring comms. You can basically do whatever.
Inside the control tower is humming with activity. Literally humming. The noise of the computers and everything is actually quite loud. All around, trolls are working. You notice that a lot of them are wearing the same rust red that Marcy is.
Yeah, we get assigned to a lot of low-level tech stuff. Not complicated enough to rate a gold blood, I guess.
He shrugs and walks over to an empty console. She sits down and promptly begins to ignore you. Hey, you get it. You can tell when you're not wanted. You're about to turn politely excuse yourself when a piece of paper catches your eye. Looks like someone left this here by mistake. For some reason, it seems very important to pick up this one specific piece of paper up. Guess pick up the paper. You struggle to read the words. It's like they're floating in front of you and you can't quite make it out. Okay, for immediate release, attention all handlers involved in the Project Guardian. B program status. This is the Department of Terran Army Project Guardian. The Army Advanced Research Project Agency has finished conducting its initial one-sweep evaluation of its first batch of subjects for Project Guardian. Preliminary tests were conducted on satellite 5762A, 606D, and 1111H in cooperation with the Terran Army personnel. Initial findings were promising, suggesting that bonded pairs consisting of a troll handler and the lusus would be more effective than a standard soldier in the field, especially for conducting specialized work such as perimeter defense or urban pacification. However, several key flaws began to present themselves during testing. Namely, most lusus troll pairs weren't suitable for combat conditions. Finding a combination of properly equipped partners proved to be extremely difficult. Attempts to bond Luskai with new trolls were universally unsuccessful and resulted in a number of fatalities. As such, it was the recommendation of project advisors that the Lusus/Troll Handler program to be discontinued to focus on enhancements to the drone program. Terran Army senior staff concur with this assessment. Effective immediately, all operations in Project Guardian are to be ceased, and all biological assessments are to be scheduled for immediate disposal. Clutch the paper in your hands and realize of what it's saying hits you all at once. This is what Kanya was talking about. This is the chance she had to work with her lusus. This is probably why they wouldn't let her see her mom, because they're getting ready to kill her. You need to go warn Kanya. Marcy is occupied with listening to something on a pair of oversized headphones, and no one else seems to much care what you do. You take this as a cue to slide out the door and head back to the barracks. You open the door hesitantly, and part of you still worried about that you're going to run into Artea, and whoever was with Artea before. Instead, you see Skylar and Konya sitting together on a bunk, talking in low voices. Cautiously, you walk up to them and put a hand in a half wave. Hey there, you say, very casually. What's going on?
What the hell is with you? What were you doing the last hour?
Betha, you've got something that Collie needs to see.
Fuck off, we're kinda busy right now.
No. Collie glares at you and begins to stand up. You quickly change tack. No, you see this is important. You really can't wait. Reach out and hand her the paper you're still holding, the one you found in the control room. Konya scans the documents quickly. You can see her eyes move from top to bottom, then back to the top and down again. As she reads, her face changes. You think she's trying to understand what she's saying.
No, you know what? Everyone get the fuck out.
Konya's shouts echoes through the barracks. A bunch of very startled trolls quickly dash for the exits. You get the feeling that they're very familiar with just how intense Konya can be. Konya glares directly at you. Is she okay?
Am I okay? Are you fucking serious right now? No, I'm not fucking okay. My mom. They're going to fucking call my mom.
Now, they might still let her go.
Wish you could believe that, but you know what you saw. It wasn't a mistake.
I'm telling you, it's not gonna be like that.
There's no way that she actually believes this. Despite the strong pitch vibes you get off these two, Skylar seems to be kind of acting like Konya's Morelli right now. Konya shrugs her shoulders and growls.
I know what I fucking saw. You don't believe what you're saying. You know it's a bunch of fucking lies.
Skylar doesn't say anything. Her shoulders droop as she shakes her head.
I don't know what to think about it.
But since I already know what happens there, I can overwrite it. A bunch of... I have to live like this.
Oh, really? And what the hell would you suggest instead? We all join hands and talk about our feelings?
They're just trying to help.
They need to stop trying to help.
Step outside of the barracks for a second to try and get your thoughts in order. This is a lot more to take in than you expected. You're still reeling from being shot at and all that.
You got something to say to me?
No, you're pretty sure you only end making things substantially worse somehow. Before you can properly respond, Skylar walks out of the barracks, hands on her hips.
Y'all can't just go around doing whatever the fuck you feel like.
Why not? They all do. Fucking high bloods all do. Fucking Empire does.
Because we have to be smarter than that. Because otherwise we'll end up dead.
Without warning, Konya turns and rushes at Skylar. Skylar might be impressively strong and a foot taller than Konya, but the other blood is a wall of solid muscle. She slams into Skylar up against the side of the barracks, baring her teeth and glaring.
Is that what we need to do? Because all I'm hearing is, Connell, let your fucking mom die.
You know that's not what I meant by that.
Right. Just never mind.
Here. We need to focus on getting out of here. Konya glares at you pointedly.
I'm not going anywhere without my mom.
Well, okay, that's a really good point. How about... why don't we rescue Konya's lusus? Two trolls stare at you what feels like a full minute, and finally a huge grin breaks out Konya's face.
Oh, hell yes. Now you're finally making some sense.
I kind of like her voice, but at the same time there's like a certain level of energy that's not there. She looks absolutely furious right now, completely livid and ready to punch a hole through the first person who gets in her way. Now that I mention it, maybe this wasn't the best idea ever.
Let's fucking go.
She's already walking in the direction of her lusus. Kennels? You feel a little bit weird using that word for creatures that seem to be completely sentient, but you're not sure what else to call it. What prison springs to mind?
Stop!
Skylar's starting to shake.
We can't just go in there and grab her. What are you gonna do when they sound the alarm? What's your big plan for surviving this?
It doesn't look like Konya gave that much thought. She shrugs and growls, but she doesn't keep moving.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you have any idea what you're doing?
We could do it. If you're actually serious. We could go rescue her. I'm getting my mom back. You want to help? Fine. If not, fuck off.
Skylar stops, and you can see the struggle of her face. She doesn't think this is going to work, but she isn't about to let Konya walk into this alone. You can see it in her eyes, the moment where she makes the decision.
Okay, fine.
Grab your coat. Oh wait, you don't have a coat. You'll be right there. Skylar turns and presses something into your hand. Kind of looks like walkie-talkies, but a lot more alive looking.
You're gonna stay right here in the barracks and talk to us on this thing. No way in hell you're coming with us.
Oh, but you're so generally useful. Skylar hits you with a withering glare. Okay, fine. You guess so. There's a few other trolls in the barracks, but honestly they seem to be mostly ignoring you. It's probably for the best. You hear the sound of the grub walkie-talkie thing crackle to life.
You there, Nubreath?
You are, in fact, here. You don't want to comment on your breath, though. It's been at least a couple days since you've had access to your toothbrush.
Good. We're going around behind the holding area. There's a restricted area we can sneak through.
That sounds potentially bad.
Once we start this, ain't no going back. Y'all sure you want to do this?
Oh, well, not...
Hell yeah.
Your sequence. It looks like this is what you're going to be doing now. You settle in against one of the bunks and try very hard to make yourself look inconspicuous as possible.
So yeah, we're good. Just gotta get through to where they've got Mom. Gonna tear shit up.
Oh, dice, tight, cool. Those are definitely hip, awesome things you normally and not when stressed. Say normally, not when stressed. You're definitely not pacing back and forth inside the barracks. You'd be buying your nails too if you had any. It might be worth noting that Skylar and Konya can both attack using the right mouse button. Or the X key if you're on a keyboard and you're using the Mac, I suppose. Move by clicking the left mouse key and dragging, or using the arrow keys. Attack with the right mouse and the X key, Skylar. Skylar or Konya only. This is definitely very awkward. There's a blast door blocking the way
God
forward.
damn it. Fucking door.
Maybe we can find a switch somewhere?
And you go back up. Oh, good, they actually stay dead. I was worried they'd come back to life.
I'd be willing to bet the whole damn farm that switch over there means something.
Wait, where did that frost portal go?
Looks like we finally got the stupid thing open. Don't worry, Mom. I'm coming.
Quickly run. This guy's gonna be an issue. There you go. This is a very clunky section. I like it, but it's very clunky. No, I don't think I need to kill that guy.
Looks like your lusus is right down this way.
Hang on, Mom. I'm coming to get you.
Very quick. Oh, she's a lot tougher. If I go up along this way, I can knock this guy. God, it's so clunky.
I'm getting tired of having this conversation.
Yeah.
I have other business to attend to, and this bores me.
Of course, sir. I'm sorry.
I don't require your apology, only your explanation.
The last team sent to the relay station didn't find anything, sir.
And yet, the problem remains. I have a shuttle waiting, and I don't have the time to grub sit you.
I'll check on it personally, sir.
That would be wise, Captain Carmilla.
And then what happens?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. We've got work to do. Okay, we're all set here.
When Connie comes on the radio, she sounds positively overjoyed.
We cleaned out all the guards. Not gonna give you any trouble.
Technically, not all of them. Okay, that's a certain ominous connotation to it, given your previous experiences with Connie and your general way of doing things. Mentally prepare yourself to see a crap ton of blood.
Are you coming or not? Stop being such a wiggler about all of this. It's just a little bit of blood.
Yeah, that's a little bit more stomach-churning to consider. Well, you made a promise. Alright, more things. Living a dream, at least someone's dream, I guess. Oh, this is her private account. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So, she remarks now her opinions are fuck off, everything is real. Okay, someday this will all be over soon. Hey, okay, Lexi, let's talk to me. Fine. Myself, lying to people makes it okay. But show some way out of this. I'll log off for a while. Not gonna get out of here and like off. And then obviously her meals is deleted by propaganda. Gonna lie, this whole Slammer Be Cold thing was stupid as F. Whole thing was rigged anyway. Skyla, honestly, I'm going to live my dream right now. So glad I joined the army so I can learn valuable life skills and get a good paycheck while serving my empire. The things that you do for friendship, everyone in the space is still pretty much ignoring you, but they're starting to give you dirty looks as you walk past. But also no one's shooting at you this time, and there's no alarms being sounded, so you guess this is that Skyla and Konya were able to make it through to where Konya's mom was without anyone noticing. Well, anyone who's still alive anyways.
Okay, y'all need to come to the back of where they have the loose eye. Head straight back to the parade grounds and keep going. You'll know which way to go.
Trust me. You walk along the route that Skyla indicated until, oh shit, yeah, she wasn't kidding. There's a whole bunch of guards lying on the ground. Well, part of you hopes that they're only unconscious, you're pretty sure that they're all super dead. Not only that you necessarily didn't understand that you're getting into with Corleone involved, but it's still a little bit unsettling with how quickly she kind of just tears through things.
You found the way?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's not really all that hard, you explain. No big deal, just follow the trail of bodies. You really don't remember there being quite so many bodies last time you were doing this kind of thing. A few, of course. You gotta have some bodies after all, but this is getting out of hand. Hey, cool, just about done with all this. You can see Connie and Skyla up ahead, talking softly to each other.
I'm telling you, I did what I could on the locks. The rest is up to her.
Don't see her anywhere.
Connie seems uncharacteristically worried. Geez, this whole Luskus thing is affecting her a lot more than you thought it would.
Don't worry about it. She's got this.
From somewhere behind you, you hear a sound of a little guttural growling noise. The kind made by a medium to large animal with lots of teeth. That is, given your previous experiences with the general state of most of Alteria's fauna, and for that matter, some of the flora, probably not a good thing. The view, Skyla and Konya seem to not notice, so wrapped up in trying to figure out whatever it is. You turn slowly to see what's making the noise. Standing low to the ground, you see the angriest, meanest-looking weasel you've ever seen in your life. You think it's a weasel or a ferret. It kind of resembles Tagora's lusus, but it's a little bit larger and a lot bit angrier. Oh god, there's a lot of teeth. Careful now, don't move. The vision is based on movement. You're pretty sure that's the thing you read in a science book somewhere. Slowly, you put your hands up and begin to walk up. And I didn't even get what. I need to be able to read the. Slowly, you put your hands up again, about to where there's something vaguely familiar about this creature. Probably something that science book that you, without warning, the creature's bound forward, and you instinctively shut your eyes and put your flimsy arms in faint too. You know, if you just allow the scrolling of the mouse, it'll be so much easier. Wait a minute.
Mom!
You're distinctly not.
You got out!
Oh. Aw, this is so sweet. You open your eyes and turn to see what's happening. Konya is bent over on one knee, a massive fang grin plastered across her face. She got her arms around this weird death rodent. Are weasels rodents? Remind yourself to look that up if you ever get back home, and she's rocking back and forth.
I'm so glad. You got away and everything.
Of course, you get it now. You know why this animal seems to be familiar. And she's Konya's mom, and didn't Konya used to have those claws? Of course. This must be Wolverine, Mom. Konya blinks at you and you realize that you're talking out loud again.
Yes, this is my mom. Why? Something about that a problem?
No. Very, very quickly and very politely reassure her. It sucks that she didn't have the weird hand-glove cloth anymore. That would really complete the whole Wolverine look. They have him here on this planet, right? Wolverine?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Never mind, you say nervously. Wolverine, Mom. No further signifies behind that whatsoever. Konya doesn't seem to care one way or another about what you're on about right now, so you wisely decide to drop the issue entirely. Wolverine, that's probably what they call him here. Yeah, that makes sense. Konya shrugs off and walks back to the side where her Luskus is still turning in circles in the middle of the floor, and Skylar leans into you, expression cool.
Well, when you're done having a moment, we really need to get going. The fact that we just killed a dozen guards ain't gonna go unnoticed.
Oh, yeah, that. She's got a point. Well, good thing about that is that she's got a plan. Skylar eyes you skeptically, but she doesn't interrupt. You know how to escape. Konya's still too busy reuniting with Luskus to pay much attention, but Skylar keeps the level gaze on you. You don't remember her being this intense last time you met.
You're serious? Escape as in get off this damn satellite?
More like an escape as in get out of this entire universe. No more Empire, no more Empress, no more army. You're already mentally mapping out which friend Skylar will get along with. Maybe Jade? She's just turning 18 back on Earth and maybe she could use a role model who's been through some of the same stuff. But no, wait, this isn't the time to be planning out upcoming friendship-based shenanigans. This is the time to be convincing her to leave with you.
No.
Hey, just like that, she's not even gonna listen to your plan. You already busy concocting in your brain. Got a really, really good brain.
I'm sure you do, but the answer's still no.
But why?
Look, I know you've probably got some big idea of what's going on here. You probably got us all figured out by now.
Hey, fine. You can't make them do anything, but she does know how she can't just stay here, right? Eventually someone's gonna notice the trail of destruction leading into the holding facility.
What are you bulge eaters talking about? Probably something stupid.
Yep.
Our friend here wants us to run away with them. Before you say anything, I know we can't just hang out here. I'm thinking on it, okay?
What are you thinking about? Let's break out of here.
Quickly point out that, well, yes, that was what you were implying earlier. Not actually sure how you would go about doing that. Like, mechanically speaking. You're not sure how to escape from the space in a way that doesn't end up in everyone being killed.
Steal a fucking ship. They've got all these ships the Rusties learned to pilot just sitting around.
You assume that the ships she's talking about are the ones you saw lined up in the airfield earlier, like the one Marty has.
Yeah, attack ships. They pull a lot of Rustbloods to train on them, likely just to end up as aerial cannon fodder as anything else.
He frowns, and once more you can see through it as platforms.
That might be our best bet.
Hell yes. Let's do it.
Nearby, Konya Luskus makes a high-pitched squeak and it turns in a circle, tail wagging excitedly. Do Wolverines typically do that? You're not really sure. There's so many Wolverine facts that you don't know.
Fine. Except it's not that simple. There's a control tower that monitors outgoing traffic. If we try to take a ship, they'll blast us before we can lift off.
I can take care of that.
Turns brawling and you feel a little twist in your stomach. Fortunately, Skylar shakes her head.
I'll go check out the control tower. You go to the airfield and see if there's a ship ready to take off that isn't being watched too closely.
Save. Let's see here. I'll help with the control tower. I feel like that's more of a tricky situation. You follow Skylar leads back to the airfield. You can see Konya in the distance, walking over to inspect the rows of aircraft. Spacecraft? You're not sure what the term is for when it seems to be designated for both. Skylar's quiet as you walk, her face set deep in thought. Finally, halfway toward the control tower, she stops and looks at you.
You ever take a minute to stop and think about what you're doing here?
Like here on this weird satellite thing? Mostly trying not to die, actually.
No, I mean, what you're doing with your life. You ever stop and reflect on what it all actually means?
This is starting to feel almost uncomfortably personal. Fortunately, the idea of you actually responding to Skylar seems to be completely optional because she continues talking about it without any prompting.
You ever go into something expecting it to be so different than what it ends up? And then you just don't know how to get back to how things were?
That actually does pretty hit close to home. Flash of green in front of you and the faint lingering smell of an old house. An impossibly old house. You think you understand what you mean?
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I just keep turning what you said over and over in my head. You really think they're just gonna let us go? Just like that?
At this point, you're trying really hard to stay optimistic. Skylar frowns, but doesn't say anything.
It doesn't matter anyway. We can't stay here after breaking out Wolverine Mom.
You remember this building from when Marty showed you to. You remember the banks and listeners by. Those are definitely still a thing.
There's the problem. Even if we steal a ship, we still have to get clear before one of those sends us straight to hell.
Troll hell?
What other kind of hell is there?
Sorry, that was just a thing to try and lighten the mood a little bit. So what's the deal with the control tower? What needs to be done to get away without being killed?
Well, we'll probably have to...
She trails off and looks at a fear crosses her face. You quickly turn around to see a familiar face glaring at you. Oh shit.
I remember you.
No, that must be a different alien, yet totally not you at all. After all, you must have so many people down in your torture basement over the sweeps.
Of course. What are you doing here?
She's still staring directly at you and completely ignoring Skyla. Finally, Skyla clears her throat and a dread glance snaps up. Her eyes flit over Skylar's uniform quickly.
Yes, recruit,
Korga, ma'am. I was just escorting the alien here around the base, making sure they don't get into anything they shouldn't.
Indeed. I wasn't informed of such a major deviation from my schedule prior to my arrival. I've got quite a busy schedule, and I still need to meet with your commanding officer, now that I've been personally apprised of my orders.
Yes, Captain.
Andrea, who's apparently had a major shift in career direction since you last met her, turns to you.
Again, what are you doing here?
Just trying to find a way back home, ma'am.
Interesting. And what exactly would that entail? Please, I'm very interested in the specifics here, if you have a few moments to discuss it in private.
You would just love to be involved in another charming romp in some form of murder dungeon, but honestly, who has the time anymore? Curious eyes.
Tell me about it.
Before I can interrogate you further, you hear a familiar chime, and she quickly pulls out a sleek, black palm husk and glares.
I swear to Empress, this just keeps getting more irritating.
I'm not surprised.
I have to go back now. I can trust you to escort this alien back to a secure location, Recruit Koriga.
She doesn't even wait for a response before she walks off, muttering something to herself. Glance over at Skyla, and it looks like she's shaking. Is everything okay?
No, everything's not okay. Y'all got sawdust between your ears? That was a captain in the Fleet Propaganda Division.
Okay, that basically means nothing to you. You're still acclimating here. It's only been like one night cycle and all that.
Sure. Anyway, we shouldn't hang around here too much longer.
I'll meet back up in the barracks. Some yelling from Konya gets rid of the trolls that's sitting around talking. Skyla pulls you and Konya aside and starts speaking in a low voice.
Okay, y'all took a look around. A lot of stuff to be worried about. Control tower's gonna be guarded.
Ran into a fucking Rusty down by the plains. She thinks we're up to something.
Fuck. Well, it's not gonna be much longer before someone discovers what happened in the lusus holding and starts asking around. You weren't exactly subtle.
You didn't fucking ask for subtle.
I mean, she does have a point.
You're not helping. We need to figure out a plan of action.
We're getting out. I thought we talked about this already.
Of course we're getting out, but we need to talk about what happens once we do that.
You're sitting here watching as these two talk back and forth, thinking about the options you hear. Finally, it clicks. You need to say something. You got valuable thoughts and opinions and are definitely not massively overstepping any boundaries. Tell them you can help them escape. Only grins at you, reaching down to pet Wolverine Mom on the head.
See? We're gonna get out of here now. No reason to stick around anymore.
You're getting the feeling that Konyo is mostly here because she thought it would give her a chance to fight alongside her mom. Now that that's not an option anymore, the idea of leaving is pretty appealing, it seems.
Much as I hate to admit it, y'all are right. This ain't a situation we can do anything other than just walk out of. At least that way we get to save our skins as opposed to killing ourselves over nothing.
Exactly. Sometimes the only thing you can do is when you get away alive. There's nothing you can do for anyone when you're dead, and they have all people in Muskai that they care about.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That settles it. Everyone's on board with leaving. You're getting through great at explaining this, and you've got the ability to warp through time and space, except you're temporarily having some troubles with that. Once you get your shit together, you'll be able to take them both to a world where the Emperor doesn't exist. You seem to take this in
There's
stride.
one major problem with your whole plan here.
And what's the problem with this? Well, mostly in stride.
This doesn't change anything. We still need to grab a ship to get out of here. And that means taking out the damn control tower.
Yeah.
Plus that pilot was asking questions at the airfield. It's not gonna be easy.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. Oh, maybe Carlos Luskus could help out. Where Moon starts circling and leaping excitedly.
Yeah.
If she cuts main power to the security systems and I cut the backup power, Connell can get in and...
Rip and tear. Fucking love this plan.
Well, that sure does sound like a plan, and how you can help, you just have to
Stay your ass here and don't touch anything.
I'm not surprised. You really don't want to be left alone in the barracks again, but Skylar and Cornell aren't giving you a choice in the matter. You're sitting there, stewing in your own anxiety, when a thought occurs to you. Does it, though? If Marcy's still in the control tower, you really don't want to think that Konya's in the mood right now to be particularly discriminative about who she rips into right now. Of course, there's an action sequence. Fuck, you gotta find her, don't you?
Don't worry, Mom's got this.
No idea how much time you have, maybe a few minutes, maybe in a half an hour. You know that it's suddenly very important for you to move very quickly. And now, thanks. Yeah, I was not surviving that. Cancel, see you now. Try again.
Don't worry.
Basically, I need to dodge all of the guards since Wolverine Mom can't attack. Got a way to avoid the drones. I don't know where the drone is gonna go though. Assuming it's gonna go straight down. Rushed by also trolls ignoring the increasingly strange look you're getting. You really hope that the high blood isn't around anymore. Not exactly sure how Fask and Skylar are going to go work, but they seem pretty determined to see this through. You're guessing you don't have a lot of time. No sign of any alarms being raised yet, so that's probably a good thing. The outside of the control tower looks undisturbed and the door is so closed. Again, probably a good thing. Pause, holding your breath, ready for anything. What's on the other side that could be truly horrifying? You remember that the way Tony cut through all those smugglers at one time makes you feel sick to your stomach. Oh, thank God, looks like Marcy's still here. Everyone else alive and intact.
Why wouldn't everyone be alive? Does this have something to do with why you were at the airfield?
Maybe. She's suspicious, but there's something about her demeanor that's changed.
You're not answering my question.
Oh, what question was that again?
Why wouldn't everyone be alive?
Why am I screaming? What the heck? This way. Bye-bye. Any man should ask a question with some tactical refusing to answer. Marcy finally seems to shrug it off as you just being yourself.
What you said before about getting out, do you actually have a plan for this?
You bet. You're going to take out the control center so that they can't stop you from escaping. It's a very good plan. Marcy scowls at you.
Funny, you never struck me as very bloodthirsty. Look, I can talk to these people, convince them to stand down for a little while, conveniently not notice a single ship leaving.
Are you able to do that? Because it doesn't seem like you'll be able to do that. It sounds like it might be a good alternative to what you're currently going on. You just need to find Konya before she does something you regret. But why does Marcy want to come with you all of a sudden?
There's a signal out there in the wastes.
Is there? I mean, because it's just like... not really much very way of explanation.
I'm getting to it if you stop interrupting. There's some kind of relay, but I don't think the Empire's fully in control.
That does seem
It was
interesting.
broadcasting a list of names. Some kind of registry of people that have been assigned to one of the fleet warships that's still docked on Alternia.
Really? That seems weird.
I recognized one of the names. Paula Koldarian.
How does that name sound familiar? Okay, this is making more and more sense. Her giant, obvious crush.
Shut the fuck up. Point is, if she's assigned as permanent crew, then there's a good chance she's headed for deep space soon, and then she'll be gone. Can't exactly chase down a warship going 5 times light speed, can you?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that seems pretty improbable.
So, I need to know what's happening. Even if I can't do anything, I have to at least know.
That means she gets off the space. Which, I mean, it does seem...
Yeah, exactly. Guess you're not quite as stupid as you look.
Before you can say anything else, the lights go out. Connie advances, and where you meet Martine hiding in the corner, illuminated by the dull glow of the emergency lighting. If you see anything more terrifying, you struggle to imagine with what. Wait, Connie steps back and blinks.
What the fuck are you doing in here? You were supposed to wait for us.
All around you can smell the blood, the bodies of the control room staff lying everywhere. Marty stands up and advances on Konya, her fists clenched in front of her.
You didn't have to do that! I could have talked to them! They would have understood!
Would they? That's the... God, I don't know. Connie just shrugs and looks around. You think that you see a slight flash of regret in her face.
It's done already. Let's go.
You piece of shit!
That's an interesting art style. Marty takes a step forward toward Connie and is able to start and raise a fist before the olive blood sends out a straight jab that catches Marcia in the jaw, sending her reeling.
We don't have time for this. Come on.
From the floor, Marty utters a long groan, and that sounds like it's starting to turn into a sob. She picks herself back up and walks forward again, but this time her shoulders slump and looks over at you. So...
Fine. Let's go.
She doesn't look at Konya as she walks out toward the airfield. She's still shaking but isn't trying to talk Konya.
Don't get me wrong. It's not because I don't want to. This is a matter of practicality at this point.
What's she doing here?
Oh yeah, this is easy. This is a good friend Marty, that she's definitely coming with us. Please don't ask any follow-up questions. Which definitely is good not to ask questions.
Why are you doing this anyway, Rusty? Don't you have your little pilot crew to hang out with?
I'm not sitting here and explaining myself to you after what you did. I've got a ship you can use if you get me out into the wastes. That good enough for you?
Connie looks like she's bristling to say something back, but eventually just shrugs and turns away.
We really gotta be going. Y'all can sort this out once we're clear.
What? Everything's all set, right? Just need to make an Imperial attack ship from the Imperial airfield full of guards, no big deal.
Just act like you belong there, and they won't ask questions. It ain't that hard.
I suppose that's true. Yeah, easy for you to say. You got kind of used to the whole not having danger around every corner aspect of your life back on Earth. You take a dozen post-credit coffee shops that you use over whatever the heck this crap is going on
Easy
here.
now. We're just gonna take a nice casual walk over to that ship there, and then get out of here.
Not going to lie, it's making you nervous. I'm a little bit more nervous.
If you calm down, no one will care. They know me. I told you, I can talk to them.
We're way over, nothing to be concerned about. Most of the ship when you hear a shout from a nearby guard that starts walking towards you. She's wearing a similar rust red outfit similar to Marcy's. But she, unlike Marcy, is holding what looks to be some kind of rifle in her
Hey,
hands.
don't worry about it. They're with me. We're just taking the ship out for an exercise. You can check with control if you need to verify.
The guard shrugs and turns away, apparently not interested in whatever's going on.
Come on, let's go.
In spite of your conviction that you'll be found out in a moment, you reach the attack ship without any further issues. Marty quickly hops onto the cockpit to start pre-flight checks as you nervously pace back and forth while Skyla and Konya watch you closely.
You need to calm the fuck down. They're gonna wonder what's happening.
You want to go on the ship, you really do, but you can't help but stand there transfixed. Just notice something warm on your face. Reach up and touch
You
it.
done yet? We gotta go.
Yeah, that sounds a pretty good plan, actually. Quickly jump in the cramped back of the attack ship and buckle yourself in. Last couple of jaunts in the spaceship didn't exactly end well, and you're a little bit nervous about this. Across from you, Skyla buckles herself in and calls up the cockpit.
Hey, y'all ready to go?
Yes, just finished the pre-flight checks.
ship lurches uncomfortably as Marty pulls back on the control stick and hits forward on the throttle. Even with the control tower down, you got a feeling this is going to be close. The roar, the engines come fully to life, and you throw them back in against the paddle jumps you. All of the blood rushes right down the back of your head, which is profoundly unpleasant and feeling, but definitely a lot better than dying. You can feel the grip of your unconsciousness fade.
Oh, my dear reader. Do you honestly think I can't see you?
Oh no, this isn't right, this is real.
Tell me, did you ever find what you were looking for?
What are you looking for?
Not to worry. We will see each other soon enough.
Hey, you awake?
Well, you are now. You sit up with as much of a start as you can manage while strapped to the airship restraints. Skylar's looking over at you, her face lined with concern.
You just kinda passed out for a minute there.
What? Are you really surprised?
Happened when we punched out. Couldn't take the hit.
Frown and look around groggily. How long were you even out for? From what you can see of the cockpit window, you see the edge of the sky, the point where the atmosphere of the artificial expanse of the desert and misery you were just on peels away into the cold and indifferent space. Wait, why aren't you going up any higher?
We're landing a little ways up ahead, outside their defense perimeter. I've got something I need to take care of.
Ship pulls down again, thankfully with a lot less intensity than takeoff. Smarty guides and along the ridges and peaks of the small mountain range. You definitely don't remember seeing before. After 5 minutes of low-speed maneuvering, you feel the sudden jolt of the ship touching down on the ground. Before any of you can say anything, you're out of your seat and running to the hatch of the back of the ship, pulling it open and jumping out, once again breathing the sweet, sweet air of luscious freedom.
Don't get too excited. We're still not off this rock.
Yeah. I check this. You know, I know a couple aliens, alien invasion. Looks like she's a good friend, basically. Morality. And one from Desert. So, you steal from the Empire, you steal from me, and you steal from her. Loyalty. I'm gonna actually save it here. I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives. May the stars forever guide your path, forever might lead you into the future. Bye, everybody.